Hey YouTube, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Friends, in this video I'm going to be talking about tuning into the new potentials and how using the exercise which I will touch upon this video, you will be able to attract or tune into any future potential what you want or have clarity around. Okay, so in this video we will be using the same exercise which we have used or which I have touched upon in my previous video. I will link it over here. It's an amazing exercise, check it out if you haven't watched it. I talked about attracting a particular job or how to be clear about the job you want and then how to tune into that potential. Well, in this video what I want to talk about is a particular experience which I learned about when I attended the workshop of Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he talked about this. And this will feel like so magical that sky will be the limit once you understand how this story happened. So Dr. Joe Dispenza, he is this teacher of this thing, metaphysics and meditations and the power of body-mind connection, etc. Right? So he does workshops all over the world, and he's a big fan of wines. Right? He loves wines, and I also love wine, by the way. But he loves wines, and the best wines are made in Italy, right? So he wanted to go, take a break from his meditation tours, his workshops. Basically, he wanted to take a break from it and spend a month in Italy just tasting amazing wines. All going village to village, going to Chianti and all these amazing places in Italy, and just have a wine tour. So what happened? But he was not getting the time. So what happened? He just thought that won't it be great to have a tour like this, right? And just as a matter of fact, right, he was sitting on a plane while coming back to US from Europe, and a lady came to him, right? And this lady was a big fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza, and she said, "I'm a big fan of you. I want you to come and visit my place in Europe." And apparently that was a vineyard, right? She had a vineyard and she had this wine processing unit. So Joe Dispenza was like overwhelmed. She gave him her card, and the plane took off. But somehow Joe Dispenza dropped the card on the plane and he lost the card, right? Now then he had no other contact of that lady, right? So then he understood the power of this exercise because it is created by him. I came to learn from him, and then he used it. So how he used it is, and this is a response to a lot of questions from you folks who commented on my previous video. This is a real story, by the way. So you can use it for anyone, anything, any potential in the quantum field, right? A potential which you have not experienced, but it is existing in the future. Because in the future, you're basically creating the world from the reality you have known. If you want to create something which is in the unknown, it can totally happen if you have a strong enough magnetic and electromagnetic field by visualizing and creating the emotions around it, right? So what Dr. Joe Dispenza did to create a future where he can find that exact same card. It doesn't have to be the same card, right? It has to be the emotional signature attached to that card, which was having this great wine tour in Europe, and enjoying these wines, going to vineyards, etc., etc. So, and just see how the universe delivers you things. It's not as per the plans what happens. So you'll get to know in this story. So what happened? He wanted to track that wine experience. It was an experience, not the card. So he wrote the letter W. So these are my cards, by the way, right? These are the two cards I'm using right now to attract things. Just like the thing you want, he wrote the letter W because he wanted to attract the wine experience. And then he had drawn two squiggly lines around it, and he wrote down all the things he want. A vineyard, basically staying in a wine farm or whatever he wanted, right? And the emotional feelings attached to it. And he knew that he's super busy and he will not get the time because of his workshops. So he has to find a way. And that's why I said this is not a meditation. You can take it as a meditation if you want, but this is not a meditation, it's an exercise. And that's the beauty of this. You can use it wherever you are. So he used to have a lot of flights between his workshops. So, and he committed to himself that whenever he is in a flight, and as soon as the flight starts, they start to announce that tie your seat belt, they give instructions. So there's a good 15 minutes time he has. And he said to himself that during that time, he will bring out that letter W and feel the emotions attached to it, the emotional signature attached to it. And he kept doing it 3, 4, 5 times. And what happened after that, you will not believe it, so magical. So he was doing his workshop and he was staying in a hotel, and all the people in the hotel were supposed to be for the people who are attending his workshop. And he was in the corridor just having a walk, and somebody approached him. And who approached him was the same lady who he met on the plane, right? And this is so magical. And that lady said to him that I am here for a wine tour, and I'm the only person in this hotel who's not attending your workshop. Would you like to come and visit the wine tour with me and then hang around at my farm? And Dr. Joe Dispenza was like, wow. He didn't say anything. And she said, and he asked the lady, do you have a card? Give me 2 of them this time. So this is this is amazing. And this just basically also shows how the manifestation and this exercise works, right? So many of you were asking, like, can we write any letter? Yes, you can write any letter, as far as you can attach an emotional signature attached to it. My thing is, take something relevant. For example, for the wine tour, he used the letter W. For the job, I mainly whenever I want to change the job, or I want certain thing in my job, I use the letter J and write as many emotional signatures as I want with that. If you want a better health, write the letter H, right? If you want a business, write the letter B and give an emotional signature attached to it by defining it with the intentions and the emotions or sub-intentions. So it's pretty simple. It's not very complicated, and don't complicate this. That's what I would say to you. It's an exercise to tune into the new potentials. So when you close your eyes, the world ceases to exist as per the quantum field, as per the observer's experiment. What we have also learned, when you just close your eyes, it's the waves of possibility. And this world comes back because you're collapsing the wave functions based on the belief system which has already been developed through the life you have lived, right? So you have such strong belief system, so it's very difficult to change. When you do this by closing your eyes and you feel the emotional signature of the word, you bring in the word, you bring the feelings and the emotions associated with it, you're creating a new potential in the quantum field, which is this waves of possibility. And over time, if you do this, something is going to create which will come to you in the most unexpected ways. And we just saw with the story of Dr. Joe Dispenza how it happened. I gave you my story also, how I attracted that job I wanted. And I hope this video will be helpful to you. Will answer some of your questions. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, if you still have some questions. But this exercise is very magical. My biggest advice to you would be, this is for the people who really want change. My biggest advice to you would be, don't tell this to anyone. Even if you're super excited to go and share this with your best friend or someone. Because if somebody brings a doubt to your mind, right, there goes this exercise for you forever. Because positivity and the power of positivity will go. And then you will start questioning. If somebody questioned this exercise, you share it with someone, right? The power of this exercise will go. So my biggest advice to you would be, read the books, get the knowledge, but don't share this magical stuff with anyone to get their opinion. How do they feel about this? Because mostly people, to get to the level of knowledge where we talk, they have to read a lot of books to understand why this happens, how this happens, what are the stories, how people have done this, right? And another thing I want to mention is that try this for yourself and see the changes happening in your life, but don't question it too much. So for example, if 1 or 2 books would have been written about the law of attraction, it's one thing, but if people are writing for it for thousands of years, and the emerald tablet, the emerald tablet, which we spoke about in one of the videos, I'll link it over here, watch it, was tens of thousands of years old. So tens of thousands of years back, people know the hanging gardens of Babylon, from the Mesopotamians, from all the ancient civilizations. In India also we have, in our Vedas, in our Gita, people talking about law of attraction. So there is some truth to it, and if we have these remnants in the form of these exercises which we can use, where we can use the magic of law of attraction to create, just create it, guys, and don't share it and don't question it. That's my advice to you. But I hope you like this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Do subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and many more amazing videos to come for you guys. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you again in my next video. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.